I'm your host. We are live. It is the 17th of March, pardon me, 2020. We are over in the chat room. If you'd like to see us in the chat, head over to 12radio.com. That's number one, number two radio.com. Click on the chat button and you'll be redirected into the Facebook chat room. That's where we are, chatting. You will have to ask for entry if you've never joined before, but I would love to see you there. Today is a reading show, so you may very well want to come join us in the chat if you would like a reading from me today. I want you to know that I am live streaming this event from the 12 Radio chat room. I'm also live streaming from YouTube over on Domestic Mystic on YouTube. And I want you to know that if you are viewing from YouTube, I am keeping an eye on that chat too. So if you make comments or ask questions in there, I'll do my best to get to you as well. So lots for me to keep my eye on and pay attention to today. But you know what? We've got this. It'll be. I can multitask. I am a mother. Okay. Well, you guys, what do we say? I mean, are you sick to death of talking about the coronavirus yet? Probably so. I'm going to try to not overdo it because I know it's a lot of what we're talking about, but I think, there's some value as well to discussing it. So we're going to go both ways. The Daily Dish is a reading that I send out daily. And the Daily Dish message today was that the energy feels a little low today and a little sad. There's some grief kind of starting to kick in. What my guidance was telling me last night is that we had a big jolt last week of adrenaline as, basically of drama, as all of this drama was playing out, and kicking in. And now it's starting to sink in, that things are very different. A little more fear is starting to sink in, maybe for the collective, perhaps not for you personally, but that we're going to see in the next few days the energy level, the collective energy level, take a pretty good dive. And so with that in mind, I wanted to talk a little today about ways to keep your own frequency up, keep yourself vibrating in the place that you are used to, because there's nothing worse than being in a frequency that isn't normal for you. That really feels bad, right? So a couple of things. I did put a link to my website in the chat room, which is kd-weaver.com. If you want to subscribe to the Daily Dish so that you're getting those daily collective energy readings, if you don't already, just head over there. There's a pop-up that'll come up and give you an opportunity to subscribe. So super easy. And if you do that, then what I will send you is every day, I will send you the daily reading. And then once a week, I will also send you Luminous Magazine. So lots of ways to benefit from that. And I would love to be sending it to you guys. So that is what is coming up. Today is the show that I do every month where I read from all of my colleagues' decks. I want to add something to it. I haven't done it yet. I'm going to start this next time. A few of my colleagues have written beautiful books that can be used as a divination tool. Kathleen Peterson, Melissa Caprio. Starting next week, I want to show up with their book so that I can, or next month, so that we can read from their books as well. Basically, by asking your question and just flipping it open and trusting that the page you land on, pardon me, will have the message that you need. So I'm going to start that. It occurred to me about, 10 seconds before we went live that I should be doing that. I have both of their books, but I got to go find them. So it won't be today, but I do want to do that. However, today we're going to be reading from the Whispers of Love deck from Angela Hartfield. Sweary Spirituality and Resistance is Futile from Kelly McLean. Wow, there is a glare. Here you go. We are going to be reading from Mo Tarot. And hello, what fun to get to have Mo live today. I loved listening to him. Always happy to have Mo on the air. So we are reading from his deck today, Mo Tarot. We're going to read from my deck, the Ground Bless Protect and Move deck. And of course, though she is not actually an advisor here anymore, we don't care. We're still going to read from the Kindred Spirits Energy Oracle deck from Christy Brower. So that's what we're going to do. But of course, we'll do all of our regular stuff first. However, if you are in one of my chat rooms, please, or, commenting on one of my threads here, please make sure that you let me know. I would rather, when we go through the chat, I probably won't get to everybody. That rarely happens. But I'm going to tell you something. I am more likely to read for a specific question than I am for a general reading. Why? I don't want to waste my time and I don't want to waste yours. I'm not saying that I won't take general reading questions as a general rule, general. But on this show, in the out of respect for the time that we have, I am more likely, and I'm only telling you guys this because I would like to read for you. When you throw up a request for a general reading, it doesn't stand out to me. It doesn't grab me like somebody who says, "Hey, this is what's happening in my life. What can you tell me about it? Or should I, take road A or road B or whatever?" So just a word to the wise. Doesn't mean I won't take them, but when I'm scrolling through the chat rooms, the things that grab my attention are a little more personal and a little less general. So I just know that to be true about myself. I thought it might be fair to share that with you guys as we are moving forward here. Of course, I need to let you know that Christy and I's podcast this week is live. As you guys know, we started a brand new podcast a few weeks ago called True Crime Paranormal. They are having such a good time with it. And we're live this week with our Malaysia Airlines Flight 370 disappearance. That's the story that we covered this week. So I'm going to put a link in the chat room to the YouTube video, but you can find it just about under any podcaster by searching for True Crime Paranormal with the Psychic Sisters. We also have a Facebook chat. It's a group so that we can actually discuss the cases. It is True Crime Paranormal Discussion Group. Just search for it on Facebook and ask to join, and we'll gladly let you in. That way, if you want to come and talk about it, you can come and visit with us about the case and what you are, what you're seeing or what you feel. And, as always, everybody's welcome and all opinions are welcome. I want to know what you think. So bring it over. Red Rover, right? Bring opinions on over. But I would love to see you guys if you're interested in that. I know that I'm talking to a crew of empaths, and not all of you do crime. I get it. I really do get it. And if you don't, and crime isn't something that you want to follow or study, don't feel bad about it one bit, you guys. I totally understand. But if you do and you have interest here, I would love to see you coming and playing with us. We tell the story in the first half or so of the show, and then the second half of it is the psychic analysis, where we both use our psychic gifts to read the situation. A whole lot like I do over at 1-2-Listen every day. All right. As far as announcements, the other thing I want you to know is that we are live this week on Strange Phenomena and Mysteries on Thursday. It is spam week, so we're way excited to get to come and see you guys. And so what that means is that on Thursday, right after the Grace or Erin show, I'm not sure who's live this week. I think it's Erin, actually. You'll find us. And so that's Thursday mornings at 10 a.m. Pacific, and I'm thrilled. I wish I could tell you what the topic is yet. I'm the person in charge of the topic this week, and I don't know. Here's why. I've been down the rabbit hole of a few different cases this week already, trying to decide what to talk about, and I don't know. So I guess it's just going to be a fun surprise, but I will tell you guys that is a super fun show. The chat is a ton of fun. We have a ball over there, and we'd love to play with you. So come see us on Thursday for sure. Okay, I'm just taking a little peek into the chat. I'm seeing Raven. I am seeing Quelly. I'm seeing Keisha. I'm seeing Lisa. This is just one chat. I'm seeing Chrisanne. I just want to welcome you guys all. I'm seeing Jenny. I'm seeing Renee. I'm going to miss everybody, so I probably shouldn't even say hello. But I do want to welcome you guys, and I'm glad that you're here. What I think we can do in these weird and uncertain times right now, more than anything, is be here for each other, right? I mean, that's what we've got. Oh, we've got Ali Shaya, we've got Jane, we've got Sid, we've got Pamela, Tara. Oh, you guys, I am sorry if I miss out on somebody. We've got Lynn, see Geraldine. Okay, I'm going to stop. Welcome, you guys, and thanks for joining me. It's things are weird at my house. I'm sure you guys, I know you get it. I am on quarantine because of my immune system. And what that means, if case, there's been a lot of speculation about, and I promise this whole show is not going to be about the coronavirus, I swear, but a few things. So as you guys know, I have rheumatoid arthritis, and I take a medication called Enbrel. It's a weekly injectable med, and what it does is it shuts down certain parts of my immune system that are creating a lot of inflammation in my body. What it does in essence is it weakens parts of my immune system that are attacking my organs and my joints. And so it's important for me to have it if I can have it. I've wondered. I'm in a support group for RA sufferers on Facebook, and I am seeing some of them saying that their rheumatologists have told them to stop taking their med right now, to stop with their biologic. And I went, oh my God. I mean, the trade off, I don't want to stop if I don't have to. Part of my RA damage has been to my lungs. And so that's a concern, of course, you know. So I did speak to my doctor yesterday. She said, absolutely do not stop. We need to keep the inflammation out of your body as much as possible, particularly those lungs. So let's not stop anything unless you get sick. And then her nurse actually called me to follow up on that again today and say, do not stop taking your medication. So I feel good about staying right with it. But of course, I am quarantined, and that is not going to stop anytime in the near future because I got to be smart, right? So a part of that is my family being smart and safe. I put a sign on the front door yesterday asking anyone who comes in to go straight to the bathroom and wash their hands. You know, we have Clorox wipes and Lysol wipes for the door handles, of course. And that's a precaution for me. I'm in this position right now where I have to ask my family, my kids' friends who may come over to please protect me. And I feel like they're doing a lovely job of it. It's really sweet, you know. On Sunday, we really did need a good week's worth of groceries. And my 17-year-old daughter very gladly took the list, went to Walmart, called me 17 times. It's fine. And she actually fulfilled our whole list. Here's what I discovered, you guys. Now, this won't help you all, but where I live, most people, the going religion around here, believes that it is a sin to shop on Sunday. And so, even though our shelves were bare just about every other day, Sunday we found Walmart to be beautifully stocked. They had everything except for toilet paper, but they had everything else. She fulfilled our whole list. I was so amazed. So, anyway, that's going to work out for me around here. Probably won't help everywhere, but just FYI, if you want to come to my town, you'll find everything. Blah, blah. Anyway, my kids' colleges are closed. They are coming home. Micah has to be out of his dorm by today, so he'll be home tomorrow. Matea is not technically coming home because of Corona. This was a planned trip home. She's getting her wisdom teeth out in the morning, and then her sweet brother is going to load her up in the car and drive her home to her mama so that we can take care of her for a few days. And then she'll be going back because she doesn't live in a dorm. She rents a house, so she's not getting kicked out. And her job goes on, and she actually works in healthcare, so she's needed, and she's going to go back. So that's her plan. But for a week here, I'm going to have my whole crew. It is definitely going to be interesting. I think my biggest challenge right now, and I'm sure some of you guys with kids can resonate with this, or with selves who just don't do great with staying home, but I can see that my kids are wanting to run, right? They don't have school right now. They do have online school, don't get me wrong there, but they want to run. They want to go play. They want to hang out with their friends. And that's probably my biggest challenge right now, is shutting that down and helping them understand that societally, that's the exact opposite of what we need to do right now, right? So we'll see how that goes. I mean, my little Wisdom Tooth Kid isn't going to be doing anything anyway. But the other two, I already started saying no to just the all night hangouts at McDonald's and stuff like that. And she was irritated. I think she got it, but obviously it's going to take being a little assertive on that with the kids. But I'm sure you guys can resonate with that too. So, anyway, that's what's going on in my world. Just the typical chaos. It is what it is. What do we want to do first? I have a lot of things I want to help with today. Let's look at Luminous quickly. You guys know that I publish a magazine on Tuesdays it's a compilation of work from myself and all of my colleagues over at One Two Listen, and not all of my colleagues, some of my, wow, wouldn't that be amazing? That would be a big magazine. Some of my colleagues, I would love it, over at One Two Listen. And we put together some of our best work. So I put a link in all of the chats. But if you want to see Luminous, you can also just head over to katie-weaver.com and you're going to find it under the Luminous magazine link. So easy enough to find, but there's a few things I wanted to take a peek at. So I called the magazine this week the All's Fair in Love and Toilet Paper edition, for obvious reasons. By the way, did you see Scott's TikTok? My husband Scott and my daughter Mars, they built two TikToks, making homemade toilet paper. They're pretty funny. So hopefully, I don't have time, but hopefully he'll put links in the chat room for you if you'd like to see them. Yeah, they think they're funny. Also, they screwed up a roll of toilet paper doing this, so their names are mud. But what can I do? My article this week is called Fun with Social Distancing. I just threw out several suggestions and ideas of ways to spend your time while you might be in the indoors right now. I'm not going to go through it. I'll let you read it. But thinking about ways we can make great use of this time or waste the hell out of it. It doesn't matter. There's no judgment. Honestly, you guys, I am probably the biggest time waster on the planet of Earth. Seriously. So there's no judgment here. If you're procrastinating, if you're wasting your time, if you're just laying on the couch staring into the ethers, whatever you're doing, no judgment here at all. That's basically, I can lose a lot of time on really stupid things. So I know that about me. Okay. Kai's article this week was called Compassion. Absolutely beautiful article, very timely. Thank you, Kai. I hope you guys have an opportunity to read it. The tip this week is to grow basil. One suggestion that keeps coming up for me is gardening, whether you're gardening in your own yard or you are starting some seeds. Maybe you can't leave and go get seeds. Maybe you can order some. Maybe you already have some. I don't know. Maybe it's not a good suggestion for you, but some of my magical plant suggestions popped up for me today. And the one that came up was to grow basil. Basil is a great indoor herb to grow. It's obviously you want to use it in cooking all the time, but basil plants also attract love, passion, wealth, and luck. So why not grow basil indoors, right? We could all use a little more of that. Also, in some cultures, some South American cultures, basil is used the way white sage is, or sage, here in North America as a purification herb. And so if you want to smudge with basil, some people burn it. I'm going to warn you, that smells horrific and it burns down really fast. But you can make a really strong tea out of basil and put it in a spray bottle and spritz it around your house the same way that you would burn smoke, right? Or burn smudge. Same theory. Use that as your agent to clear. So it works. That's a great philosophy for people like maybe in your office space, or if you live in an apartment building or a place where you really can't create that much smoke. Using basil as a purification herb is a really good way to go. Just a thought. I've used it that way lots of times. Like I said, I did try burning it. Not recommended. In Elizabeth's weekly cosmic strip, she says, the tongue has no bones, but is strong enough to break a heart. Yeah, so true. Let us all be a little gentle with our words right now. Let us be a little careful about what we say. The Magic Monday message from Melissa Caprio this week is such a beautiful quote. This is from St. Francis of Assisi. Assisi. I say it wrong every time. I'm going to say Assisi and I'm going to own it. Okay. I want to read it to you. Lord, make me an instrument of thy peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light. Where there is sadness, joy. Grant that I may not so much seek to be consoled as to console, to understand as to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love. For it is in giving that we receive, it is in pardoning that we are pardoned, and it is in dying that we are born to eternal life. I thought that was lovely and a great sentiment for anybody. It certainly doesn't have to be a religious thing to seek a place in your life where you can be giving, open, compassionate, gracious. And you guys, I wanted to point out our new scopes, tarot scopes from Chrisanne Morgan. They are so awesome. This is, I'm going to say it's her 4th week of them. Chrisanne, if I'm wrong, I apologize for that, but I think I'm pretty close to on target. Let's read Pisces since it's still their birthday. They're so good. You can find them here in Luminous. You can find them under her This Intuitive Life over on Instagram as well. Here's what she says for Pisces this week. The focus here is on education, workshops, and lectures that you attend to hone your skills. You may also enroll full-time to attain a degree. You can turn a talent, hobby, or interest into a career. You're an apprentice now and love it. You may be hired for a job that requires more advanced knowledge and get on the job training. Financial assistance comes through for your studies. In love, expect to deepen a bond or meet someone in class or on campus. Practice the Zen of day-to-day living in the work, life, and love. In work, life, and love. Awesome. Thank you, Chrisanne. I'm loving your new scopes. They are lovely. Okay. And then, of course, the rest of our regulars, a lovely article from Jenny about seeking guidance from our ancestors that I really resonated with. From the Desk of Bitch, Kelly shares a great article. I just want to read the very beginning. She says, earlier in the week, Elizabeth Gilbert posted this. Overreacting about people who are overreacting is just another form of overreacting. That's like judging someone who is judging just makes you a judging judger, right? I love that. I thought it was good knowledge, good thought. At any rate, that is Luminous this week. There's so much more. I hope that you have a chance to sit down with your favorite drink and sip it up. Find things that resonate with you. So thank you guys for always supporting it. I appreciate you very, very much. Okay. It is St. Patrick's Day. Today is Mars's last day of school before they are out now for 3 weeks to let things die down. And I was sorry we didn't make her a t-shirt. I told Scott, we really screwed up. We should have made her a t-shirt that said something like, don't kiss me, I'm quarantined. Or don't pinch me unless you washed your hands. Or I don't know. We could have made something funny. I didn't think about it till she was walking out the door this morning. So it was just too late. But there you go. It is what it is. Okay. All righty. Well, let's keep on moving here. For our sound therapy today, I want to do a good grounding. Here's why. We're going to talk about grounding a bunch. And I know it's a bit redundant, but this is why. Being grounded is about safety and security. Your root chakra is all about safety and security, right? This we know. One thing that you need to consider right now as we talk about being grounded is this. The collective energy is very ungrounded. And if you are an empath, and most of you are, you're probably feeling a bit of to and fro kind of energy from everybody right now. So, attention to your root chakras cannot be overdone. There needs to be a ton of it. If you can get yourself outside, get into nature in a safe way, I really recommend it. Even just throwing open the blinds and opening the windows and letting some sunlight and some fresh air in is going to help you. Working with your hands will help you stay grounded, but we're going to be harping on the root chakra for a while now because that's a place of interest. We've got to pay attention to the root because if the root's out, what happens? Everything else is not receiving the energy it needs, the whole rest of your chakra system, particularly your crown. So, everything that's building up in your crown, all of those errant thoughts, all of that, whatever that's going on in your head, doesn't have anywhere to go to get out of you. So the crown gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And then by the time you call me over at 1-2-Listen, you are in a place of anxiety or depression. You can't slow your thoughts down. You're feeling awful. Maybe you feel like you are in despair or you feel you have a headache. Lots of things happen when the crown gets too big. Now, listen, if that's your issue, call me. I'll fix it. It's no big deal. But let's keep working on preventing that for everybody so that we can make great decisions and so that we can use the time we have right now to do interesting and fun things, right? So you're going to hear a lot about the root, and that's why. So again, it might feel a little redundant. I understand that. Yet, I also understand why it's such a big freaking deal right now. Did we lose? I'm not sure if we did. If we lost the live stream on Facebook, maybe we didn't. I'm just not seeing it. I don't know. We're just going to keep going. But anyway, so yes, we're going to ground. So let's do that now. If we lost the live stream on Facebook, I'm not sure. You can still find the live stream over on YouTube, and that is Domestic Mystic on YouTube. So do not despair one way or another. We're going to stay connected here. And of course, we're live streaming through 1-2 Radio, first and foremost. All right. So I have got my big singing bowl here. Twofold. I'm going to play it first for you guys to just hold space. I am going to ask you to shift your consciousness into your root chakra and allow the frequency of the singing bowl to help you to ground, to help send your energy deep into the earth. So we're going to start that first. Perfect. Okay. All right. So now, this time, I'm going to play the bowl. I'm going to ask you to draw a big burst of energy through your left foot all the way to the top of your head and send it back down the right side. And we'll do that a few times. This is setting that ground, that reciprocal energy with the earth so that we don't have a bunch of energy building in your crowns. Who wants that? No one, I say. So that is our next step. I really apologize my hoarseness today. It's not corona, I promise, but I do have a bit of a cold. So I guess I'm just going to restart the live over on Facebook. I'm not really sure what happened there, but it is what it is. Okay, so you can expect that to restart in the chat room if you'd rather watch it there. So weird technology will prevail. All right, so here we go. This time, I'm going to play the bowl. You are going to pull a deep burst of energy from your left foot. You're going to pull it all the way to the top of your head, send it back down into the earth through your right side and through your right foot back into the earth, okay? We'll do it a few times. So here we go. Through your left foot, all the way to the top of your head, and back down into the earth. And again. And again, a little faster now. Now keep running that, getting a little quicker and a little quicker until you're at the pace or the frequency that feels right for you. Good. Okay. So that is right? That's the way you get that energy set, the way you want to be able to feel, the way you want to be able to allow your energy to flow so you can feel more like you. Yeah. Because being ungrounded right now, it sucks. And obviously, it's something that we are trying to avoid. Okay. Well, let's keep going. Let's take a look in the chat room. So again, this is our reading show. So I'm really exciting. I'm really excited to read to you guys, for you guys from the chat, from all of these different decks, from my colleagues here in the 1-2 world. It's so fun. I know I don't have to tell you guys that I work with a bunch of really gifted people. But before I do that, I want to make sure that you know, many of you have already heard, I'm sure, on other shows. And we talked about it yesterday, of course, over on the 1-2 News show as well. But we are doing a sale. We're doing a special sale through the end of March over on at 1-2 Listen. So here's the deal. We had a staff meeting on Sunday morning and we talked about how best can we support our clients through this. We have a lot of hurting people, we have scared people, we have very affected people. And so we really need to keep working on this together, you know? So this is what we're doing. Every day from 11 o'clock to 1 o'clock Pacific time, AM, Pacific time, we are going to be reducing our prices quite dramatically. Wow. That was dramatically and drastically. It was going to be sandwiched into one glorious word, but I couldn't even get it out of my mouth. We are significantly reducing our rates during that time. I think we just grounded, and I'm not grounded, obviously. We're significantly reducing our rates during that time. The reason we're doing that is to be of as much support as we can moving forward. So that's going to go through March, and then we'll reevaluate where we're at. But we want to be sure that we are helpful. Dramatically. That's right. Thank you, Belle. I appreciate it. Oh, see, a good husband / producer bringing me a warm drink because obviously I'm coughing a lot. Ooh, and it's his famous homemade chai. Thank you, Scott. You're the realist. That ought to help, huh? Okay. What can I say? I'm spoiled. You know that's right? All righty. So anyway, I will be there every day. Every day. So if you need me, you can call during that time. You can call anytime, but that is our offering right now. Okay. Ali Shaya said, so happy to be here live in a room full of like-minded souls. It's been a very challenging few months. Being here makes me smile. I'm glad. I hope that that's the case for all of us, to be able to come together. I mean, isn't that the goal? That we can come together right now in a space of cooperation, in a space of loving each other. I really hope so. I got to tell you guys something about the chat. A lot of you asked me questions, like asked for a reading in the live stream chat, and then it failed and I had to end it. So I don't have those. So if you still need a reading or would like a reading from me, go back to the live stream and ask again, or just go right to my chat banner here in the chat room and ask. I'm not ignoring you, but I lost some stuff. So freaking technology. We don't care. We're going to win. Jane says, happy St. Patrick's Day. Hi, Jane. I'm so happy you're here. Sid said, I want to thank you for checking in with Elliot. Elliot is her dog. I won't be able to listen live. Elliot is going to the vet for blood tests, which he's due for. Good. Okay. She said, I'm hoping everything will be okay. It's a relief to get verification on his vital organs. Loved the Grime Sister podcast. That was our podcast from last week about the murders of Patricia and Barbara Grimes. Oh, you guys, that one was something. Well, thank you, Sid, very much, and good luck with our Elliot at the vet. I know he's trying to be a good kid about being there. Pamela would love an energy scan. Absolutely, and a reading. So let's pull a card for you, too. So here, let's refresh this. So we're reading from decks of all of my pals here today. So I have Whispers of Love from Angie Hartfield. I have Mo Tarot, of course. I have Sweary Spirituality combined with the second deck, Resistance is Futile from Kelly McLean. I have the Kindred Spirits Energy Oracle deck from Christy Brower. And then, of course, I have the Ground, Bless, Protect, and Move deck from me. So lots of decks to read from today. Pamela, I'm going to pull a card from my deck for you. I feel like that's, no, I'm not. I'm going to pull 2 cards for you from my deck. That's what's coming up for me. So, all righty. And of course, I will scan your energy as well. All righty. Okay. This is going to make you laugh. First, I'm going to scan your energy body, though. Okay. So for you, Pamela, okay, we fixed your ground already. I'm going to just double down on that. And I'm going to clear your aura. What I'm feeling is a lot of psychic debris that's just kind of building up in your aura. So I'm going to pull that away from you and get rid of it in the earth here. Good. That was instantly better. That felt better on your neck, shoulders, back instantly. So very good. Okay, so I'm just going to put a big thick blanket of pink light around you just to buffer you from all of this crazy energy right now to help you feel a little bit more like yourself. Huge reminder here for you, Pamela, to make sure that your home feels like your sanctuary. And if it doesn't, make the changes that you need to so that it does. And if that includes needing to have some conversations with family members about what your expectation is at your house, you may have to do that. But let's keep the energy of your home super, super clean, right? Okay. Yeah. So here's the cards. Animals, which made me laugh. This is a ground card. So grounding with animals is really important. It is really useful. So you and those that crew you've got over there, make sure that your connection to them is you're very purposeful in petting them, cuddling with them, allowing yourself to ground with their energy, also to help them allow them to bring you some joy. The other card made me laugh so hard, and I know you will too. It's the cycling card. And I know you're not getting out and cycling, Pamela. I get it. I'm not either. This ass isn't going on a bike seat. I'll tell you that right now. But I know she knows what I'm talking about because we both have arthritis and no way. But this is a reminder of movement. What it is a movement card. And so moving your body in very gentle, careful, purposeful ways is going to help you to feel a little better, helps amp up some of those happy hormones in your brain, and will help you to just, I think, ground a little bit too and release some stuck energy from your body. So that's where it's at for me. Okay. Very good. All righty. Belle said, I am stuck with my teen and her bio mom. Oh, so stuck. Not like quarantined with. Got it. I thought, oh dear, that just sounds not very fun. So stuck with her teen and her bio mom. Will you pull a card for me, please? Absolutely. I want to pull 2 cards for you, actually. Let's get a Sweary Spirituality card just because sometimes situations like this require a little extra sass or steadfastness, right? So we'll see what Kelly has to say to help. And then I think also I want to pull a Whispers of Love card for you. So, all right. All right. Here's our Kelly card. That's the only thing I don't like about this reading show is I don't like the dead air. It drives me crazy. Belle says, God, no, I'd be in jail. No, not in quarantine with her teen and teen bio mom. Gotcha. Okay. Here's the Whispers of Love card. Okay. All right. The Whispers of Love card says, look at your pattern in relationships. It requires inner strength to recognize that you need to change or modify your behavior. Okay. So, this I think is a message for your teen. It could be for you as well, only in that I feel like what's happening here in so many ways is that the pattern of behavior, this is what I really feel like, is that the pattern of behavior that you're seeing play out in your daughter is a little scary because you don't want to see her down the same road as her bio mom. And sometimes the things she says, the things she does really worry you that that is exactly where she's going. And then bio mom being in the picture and her ridiculous example of not being an adult really is concerning. I think all of those things are very valid. I'm going to tell you something though, Belle. She lets her down constantly. And I feel like we're going to find your teen in a place here. I know she's recognized it in the past, but what I'm hearing is that here in the next few months, there's going to be one more major letdown where your daughter actually kind of goes, I just can't anymore. I'm sick of her and her shit, you know? And it'll be your opening to kind of go, hey, you know what? She is, she's a part of you and I understand that, but let's look at the ways that you want to be different in your life. Let's look at the things that you'd like to do differently and let's talk about how we can get you there. The only part of this for you that I think applies is just that you are seething inside over this woman and you have every right to be. So please don't let me diminish your experience at all, but make sure that your energy towards her doesn't reflect back to your daughter in making her feel like that's how you feel about her. Because somehow, in some ways, she has allowed herself to see herself and Biomama as a package deal. And they're not, obviously, duh. But in her mind, there is a bit of us against them going on. So make sure that you're very clear and separate in your energies about the two of them, that you never, ever, ever let her think that you despise her like you despise her mom. And I know this is very challenging. And honestly, Belle, I think you're doing a damn good job of a very challenging situation. So I don't want you to feel like you're under the microscope. You're really not. This is a really challenging situation. Here's the card from the Swery Spirituality deck. Shame is like a vampire and can only thrive in darkness. Open the curtains and let the light heal you. Her category is guilt and shame is resisting love. And I think that applies to your daughter as well. That we're careful that we don't make this about shame. We make it about her future. We make it about her goals. We make it about the things that she wants to do with her life. And we keep kind of keeping her on that trajectory that we're not shaming her. We're not shaming bio mom either. We just want to focus on what she wants out of life and how we help her get there. So keep up. I know it's tough. Keep on keeping on. Yep. Yeah. She said she threw her out on Sunday at 9:30 p.m., yet teen wants to go back tonight. Yeah. She's not quite done getting let down. Unfortunately, she's going to have to cut at her heart a few more times. I'm sorry for that. I wish it could be faster, but I do feel like that's where we get. She finally gets done with being treated like that. And, hopefully, very gently, you guys can remind her you don't deserve to be treated like that. And also, we would never do that to you, so that she keeps remembering that. Okay. There we go. Alrighty. While I'm still over in the chat, I wanted to get to Nick. So Nick says, I'm trying to make a change on my hair salon to Sola Salons. Is this a good move for me? So I'm kind of torn, Nick, on whether I really want to pull you a card or if I just want to answer it myself. Well, let's do both. I'm gonna answer it myself first because my gut feeling on it is that yes, it is a good change for you. I feel like this it adds some street cred that you need right now. I feel like it's going to add some, what's the right word here? It elevates the energy around your salon in a way that kind of pulls you up to the next level of elitism. And I mean that in the very best way. And that's what I'm hearing. It's going to pull you up to a little more elite space where what you're charging and what you're doing make people really and I feel like you already have a great salon that's popular that people want to be there for. So this just it just gives you a little bit more legitimization. I think it's a great call. I do. I can see that there's some challenges in getting it done and maybe some monetary challenges as well as just getting the whole package taken care of. So I understand this is probably not an overnight change, but the change itself feels very possible, sorry, and positive. So both. So yay. I'm excited for you. I can't wait to see how it rolls out. I feel like the next, couple of months while things are weird is probably not while you're going to make it happen, though maybe you'll be working on it. But when you do roll this out, it's going to be a great thing. So that's all good. Okay, but I do want to pull you a card. I'm going to pull a card from the Energy Oracle Kindred Spirits deck. I don't know that this is for your business, Nick. I think maybe it's for you because, here's the thing. You work in people's crown chakras. You work around people in such a beautifully intimate way as far as their spirits are concerned. And I feel like you are such an empath yourself. You bring a lot of light to other people. You bring a lot of good and a lot of kindness into their lives. I know you have had people spill their guts, I'm sure, about the craziest stuff you've ever heard or cringiest, maybe. But you're a good dude about it. I think we're pulling you a Kindred Spirit Energy Oracle deck card to support your spirit. Not so much your business, that too, because your business is you in a sense, but you. All right. Okay, the card is the Solitude card. Well, what do you know? We know Kindred Spirits Energy Oracle deck, Solitude. We got it. These are fractal cards. So the art on them is fractal. It's a beautiful card. So I'm just showing you guys in the chat if you're in there what it looks like. It's a very cool card. Here's the message. Time with self, peaceful, quiet, facing fears, stepping out of drama. The challenge is avoidance through chaos and participating in drama. The crystal is scolecite. Selenite would be great for this too. The meditation. I take time to be with myself, face my fears, and feed my own strength. I think for you, Nick, that is about you giving yourself time to unplug, time to worry about yourself, time to step away from other people's chaos, and also with your schedule, because I feel like you get pretty loose and fast with your schedule and you allow people to take advantage of you for work. And I understand that because when people need to be seen, they need to be seen. That all makes sense to me. And yet, I feel like in this instance, maybe and again, the next few months or 2 months, maybe notwithstanding, you do need to consider what time is yours. Yes. Okay. Money. Yeah. Got it. I think you'll make it happen, though. I feel like that you'll find the way. But alrighty. Good enough. Okay. Let's keep going. Hello, Terry. All right. Gonna jump back in the chat room here. All right. Amy would love a reading or clearing with her health as she's waiting on female medical results from the doctor, please. All right. Well, let's go straight into your sacral then, Amy. We won't waste any time anywhere else. Let's go straight into there. I am going to call in the ethereal elements of orange calcite and of lead. This always makes me laugh. Lead and mercury in the ethereal form are really powerful healers. And yet we say them and people get antsy because they're poisonous, but of course they're not in the ethereal form. So I'm just forming a chi ball, Amy, that I'm going to just put right in your sacral to start building some light in there. All right, so that we're going to allow that to just stay there and continue to build your light, build your confidence so that you can continue to move forward through some uncertainty here. And then I'm going to clear some of that anxiety off of your chest. I can feel how heavy that is laying on you. So let's do that as well while we're at it. So I'm going to just pull that, oh, good, off your chest. I'm going to toss that into the earth and get rid of it and expand your heart chakra. Good. Okay. Feeling a little unsupported. I know partly you're not talking about it much yet because you don't have much to talk about, but even the people that you love, you're feeling a little weird about in this energy. I can see that. And so, allow us to support you and love on you while you get through this, and know that I feel like when you're really ready to talk about it, you will get a little more of the support that you're seeking. So, sending you tons and tons of love. All right. Beth says, before this mess, the advice for me meeting a potential romantic partner was to get out more. Well, damn. What might the advice be now? And Anna said she is in the same boat. You know what, guys? It's wait. It's wait. I mean, if you can talk on the phone, if you can meet online, if you can use technology to your benefit, great. Other than that, right now, we're just pushing the pause button. It doesn't mean love's not coming, but it does mean just wait a minute. Dang it. Okay. Okay, let's see, guys. Let me dig through the chat room here quickly. Okay. Let me refresh here on Facebook real quick. Make sure that I'm where I want to be. In the meantime, I'll jump back into the chat here. Nick, you are more than welcome. My honor. And good luck. I'm actually super, super excited for you. I think that great things are going to roll out. Again, with you, we'll have to be a little patient because damn, we're in a holding period right now. Nobody likes it. Geraldine said, I would love a reading. My life has changed a lot. I need some insight on how to handle the situation with my sister and her dementia. It is harder than I ever thought it would be. I pray a lot for patience. Oh, Geraldine, she's tough. And I know you adore the heck out of her, and I get it. And you moving there to help take care of her was incredibly kind of you. And I know it's been tough. One thing I'm hearing with her is that she really oscillates quickly, and you're never quite sure what to expect from her. So let's pull a Whispers of Love card for you, actually. That just seems right. While I pull this card, I have to tell you that Carol says, while listening, she's making chicken soup to stock up the freezer. What a great idea. And a good way to be creative and use your hands. That's one thing I just keep being told. Keep being creative, you guys. Keep using your hands. Keep doing things that keep you busy. So this is good. Okay. Where is it, Geraldine? I've got my hand on it. Here it is. Okay. Here is the card. No, there were two, and it's this one. Okay. Oh. The card is called Look to Your Inner Strength. You are stronger than you realize. I want to show it to you in the chat. This is an absolutely gorgeous card. So, look to your inner strength. You are stronger than you realize. Here's how that applies to you in a little bit more specific sense. You have an opportunity right now to really use your psychic gifts and skills. I would suggest a couple of things. With people that have Alzheimer's and with babies, they're not always the same, but sometimes it feels like they are, right? We talk to their higher selves when they are asleep. When she's asleep, tune into her higher self. Ask for help, offer direction, ask for some cooperation. And then, as you are helping take care of her, call on those who have passed that can help support you. Perhaps parents, siblings, guides, angels. Really, Geraldine, call in your spiritual team to support you, but also to help you with her. She has a foot in both worlds right now, right? So let's use the other world here that she's kind of shifting in and out of to help us with her. So those are my recommendations for you. I know it's tough, and you definitely have all of our love and support in that. I know it's a biggie. So it turns out Belle's daughter was listening and wanted to know if I can clear her aura. I would love to do that for her, Belle. So I'm going to do that quickly. We're really out of time, but I'm going to dive in here real quick. I think I'll put the command in place and then we'll end the show and I'll just watch it finish up. So I'm going to start at her feet and command a Merkaba clearing, commanding billions of many points of light to flood her system now, completely healing, clearing, and releasing all energies that could be holding her back or holding her down, all frequencies that could be creating doubt, that could be creating shame, that could be creating any other low vibrating frequency that is not in her highest and best good, to be healed and cleared and rendered neutral and inert in all directions of time now through every cell of her physical body, every layer of her emotional body, and every fiber of her spirit body now. Good. So we've got that going. I'm going to end the show and then I will tap back in with her and finish that clearing up. So let her know. And when I'm done, I'm going to wrap her up in that big, bright tangerine light to help attract all of the very best things to her. You guys, we've done it. We've definitely talked down to the end of the show. I want to thank you guys all for being here. Don't forget that I will be over at 12Listen. You can call me over there anytime if you need a reading or a healing, some reassurance, a cheerleader, whatever I can do. I'd be happy to do that for you. And of course, I'll be back here at 10 a.m. Pacific time on Thursday for Strange Phenomena and Mystery. Thanks so much for being here, guys. You've been watching The Katie Weaver Show or listening to The Katie Weaver Show here on 12 Radio, where we're changing the way you listen to the world.